Is he done?
I think so.
Good Tuesday evening to you. The News at 10 begins at the start of the 4th of July holiday travel weekend, which is now officially 4 hours old.
Woohoo! The National Safety Council says the 4th of July is the most dangerous holiday of the year on the roads. Last year, 5 people lost their lives on South Carolina roads compared to only 2 in Georgia. Nationally, the Safety Council predicts 230 people will be killed over the 4th of July weekend, which runs 5 days this year. That means law enforcement will be out in force on both sides of the river.
Mike Miller is live in the newsroom with tonight's big story.
Well, here in Richmond County, Operation Thunder has ended, but that doesn't mean that traffic checkpoints have stopped. Local law enforcement will be out this week looking for speeders and drunk drivers. So if you come to a checkpoint, we want to make sure you know your rights. If you find yourself at a road checkpoint this week, you may question if the operation is constitutional. According to the Supreme Courts of Georgia and the United States, police checkpoints are legal if they are done to ensure roadway safety. You are protected from unreasonable searches and seizures at checkpoints. However, that can change if an officer has probable cause.
Probable cause, they smell marijuana, a dog has alerted on the vehicle, they see drugs, they see evidence of a criminal activity. That's all probable cause.
Even if you haven't broken the law during a traffic checkpoint, Blanchard says an officer can ask you to get out of your car.
The Supreme Court and the state of Georgia court has already ruled that an officer has the right to ask you out of your vehicle. Does not even have to give you a reason, does not have to answer your questions if they have probable cause to stop you. You can be asked out of your vehicle.
Although there is no law that states you have to roll down your window all the way, Blanchard says for safety reasons, an officer can also request that.
So therefore, simply rolling down a window, that's a lesser intrusion than asking you out of your vehicle, and yes, you do have to follow those requests.
As Rocky Eads learned several weeks ago, you can also be pulled over for doing a U-turn before a roadblock.
You are not breaking the law by avoiding a road check, but you have given the officer probable cause to stop you because you have actually created a suspicious act in front of the law enforcement officers that gives them the right to stop you, and you've actually reduced your rights compared to if you had proceeded through the road check.
Blanchard says the best thing to do is just continue through the road check with your driver's license and registration ready, and he says the law states you don't have to speak a word during the checkpoint.
You don't have to legally answer an officer's questions. Doesn't make sense in most cases. If you cooperate, you're going to get out of there a lot quicker. Most people, stop at a road check less than they stop at a traffic light.
And Blanchard says that if you don't comply with the lawful requests of an officer, you can be arrested and charged with obstruction of a law enforcement officer. Back to you, John.
Mike Miller live in the newsroom tonight. Mike, good info. Of course, there is a way to avoid those checkpoints altogether. You either get a cab or you take advantage of AAA and Bud Light's Tow to Go program Thursday through Sunday. They'll give you a free ride and tow your car home if you've had one too many. You just call the number on your screen. You might want to write that down because I doubt you're going to remember it. 855-2-TOW-TO-GO. 855-2-TOW-TO-GO. And in South Carolina,